Alright, hello everyone. We are back for another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video here. And today I decided to make like a tier list here. Or, I mean, well, I didn't really make this tier list. I found it off of the tier maker website, so shout out to them. And I didn't notice, I think there's like also like a couple of videos on YouTube related to the Divine Draw tier list maker here. I was kind of, I mean, I'll probably just do it anyways. I'll probably make like a tier list as well for like all of the characters, but obviously I haven't played all of the characters yet. Like I haven't played Hit, I haven't played Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I haven't played Super Saiyan Gotenks, I haven't played Android 18, haven't played Super Saiyan Trunks, and I haven't played Oob. So I think those are the only characters I have not played yet. But, you know, I've played against them and they were on my team, so I could, you know, still use my knowledge on that. But anyways, we're going to be doing, you know, this tier list right here related to the Divine Draws right here. I am also playing War Tournament for Dokkan right here because it did just start, I think at like 2:30 a.m., something like that. And I did just start on it. But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll just hop right into the very first one that we see, which is the Super Start skill. I guess I'm gonna be ranking these on like I guess like the impact, like the what's the most impactful Divine Draw on like the games, I guess. So I guess for like Super Start, dude, Super Start is very impactful. I wouldn't really, dude, is it the best like impactful game? I guess like the best impactful like Divine Draw. Because if we're going off with this like this tier list layer here, you go from best Z, S, A, B. Dude, I might have to give it to best. I would say, yeah. Should I? I might change it later on because you know I'm just making this off of the whim, I guess. But Superstar, dude, you can just use it on like basically any single character right here. Like for like when I play technical, like Frieza, he's a good Superstar as well because you know he's supercharged by Zarbon right here. You know, he just constantly shoots out like energy beams and stuff like that. And then I have been recently playing here. I guess I can just kind of show off my games right here. I've been playing a lot of Majin Buu ever since he got buffed. So yeah, dude, Superstar Majin Buu just feels it just feels really nice. Oh, that's my game. Okay, yeah, well, that's my Dokkan. Like, also kind of lagging. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, what is it? Superstar is very impactful because everyone, you know, everyone has like the same like what is it? Everyone starts off with the Superstar ability, so it's like everyone gets like a fair chance, I would say, compared to like, you know, the other Divine Draws like Cell Juniors. You know, we'll get into the Cell Juniors later, but I do Superstar with Healing Ray feels very nice. And then let me see, for like DPSs, who I usually play for Super Start, is I just play Super Saiyan Goku for Super Start. Like, just like his Super Start for his Kamehameha is pretty good. Meteor Hammer for his Super Start is also pretty nice, but I just like spamming the Kamehameha for Super Start. And then for the Tank Row, dude, Superstar Vegeta and his like Photon Bomber is very nice. And then sometimes I do like maxing out his like Explosive Wave secondary. And then, you know, because you already have Photon Bomber like already upgraded. Energy Blast Volley, you probably just usually want to upgrade his ability like first if you have Super Start. And then, dude, just Photon Bomber Superstar just feels very nice. But yeah, I think Super Start is probably the most impactful like Divine Draw out of all of the other Divine Draws because of like, it's just like the access to it. Like everyone has the same access to it, so like yeah, I would say I would probably just leave Super Start. I mean, maybe I'll change my mind throughout the video, but I would say Super Start is probably the best one so far. And then now we get onto the Skill 1 boosted one, the Divine Draw, where it boosts the damage of Skill 1 here. I would here actually hold on. Let's actually can we make another tier list real quick? Let's make a tier list for C. Let's make a C tier list. And Z and S, I think they're like the same tier list, so we'll just delete Z here. We'll have it like this. So we got Skill 1 boosted right here. I think this is pretty nice on like a lot of the characters, but not all of the characters, I would say. Like, you know, I guess it's kind of like it's kind of useless here. Let me see. It's kind of useless on not useless, but like bad on like Majin Buu, because like you would rather play like Krillin or Frieza with the skill 1 boosted. And then like for I guess like the damage row, who would it be bad on? I mean, it will be good on everyone because, you know, it's like the DPS row. And then for a tank, is it bad on anyone else here? Nah, now that I think about it, it's pretty good on basically everyone else besides like a couple like technical rows, I would say. So I guess I'm gonna just put it at S. Yeah, I'll put it at S. It's generally like just an overall good like divine draw to have, because, you know, it benefits everyone. And then like, you know, some characters will benefit more from other characters, I would say. Like probably like who would be like the best character for like skill 1 boosted? Frieza, dude. I have played a couple games with Frieza with skill 1 boosted, and like that Zarbon damage does feel pretty nice. So probably Frieza's like one of the better characters. Gamma 1 and 2, like, dude, this damage ability, especially with Super Start, does so much damage. So there's that as well. Who else could I be missing? I guess Piccolo as well. His so like his light grenade, you know, like the farther back you are, the more damage it does. So like the skill 1 boosted right here for light grenade is also pretty nice to damage. But yeah, it's just overall like really good for everyone else. You know, I guess like a little bit worse for like a few characters, I would say, but it's overall really good because, you know, everyone shares it. It's not like unfair. It's not like some characters get it only compared to like other like compared to other divine draws about to get into. But yeah, I would just leave it at S for now. And then now we get onto the meat buns. Ooh, the meat buns, dude. I'm gonna just rank it right now. I'll probably just put it at A right now. Cause the thing about meat buns, yeah, they are very good. There's like almost no reason to the thing about meat buns is that like it's very beneficial to mainly the damage rows, because the thing about damage row for the helpers especially is because you have this guy, Major Metallic. So what he does is that he like destroys like a portion of the stage. Like he destroys like a building or like a mountain or something like that. And then, you know, with the meat buns, when you destroy something, or what is it? Is there a way I can pull up the like meat buns? Is there like a way? I forgot if there's like a way if I can pull up the like descriptions of the divine draws, but it's okay. I already know most of them, or basically all of them. What is it? You know, the thing with the meat buns is that every time you destroy a like portion of the map, they drop the meat buns right here, and then you heal like, dude, you heal like 1/4 of your HP like per meat bun. They're like pretty OP. But I guess, you know, you're kind of reliant on picking characters that that can easily destroy like a portion of the map. Like the damage roll, like, you know, you don't have a problem with that because you know, you can just easily pick you know, this guy right here that does all the job. Dude, this guy's cooldown is only, I think, 20 seconds as well. So every 20 seconds, it can just generate HP. So that's pretty good. But if you don't have access to this guy, like say if you're playing like a tank, you would probably want to play like, you know, like someone who can easily destroy a stage, like Vegeta, because like he has like all of these like heat blast abilities. And then I think Cell, his skill 1 as well, is like a ki blast effect. Can Cooler destroy it with his Ray? I think he can. I've actually never noticed it, even though I do main Cooler. I've actually never tried like I never tried like breaking the like, I guess, the buildings with Cooler. I would say, even though I played him the most. Oh, now that I think about it, the tanks do like passively heal, like if they don't take like a certain amount of damage. So is it, should I move it down 1 spot? Nah, I think we'll still keep it at A for now. And then because like meat buns are especially good for the technical rows, because like you can just like easily run up to them and just get them. But, you know, you gotta like have someone like obviously like destroy the walls as well. Like I guess like Krillin, I think Krillin's mines can destroy the walls, but like you obviously have to like hit an enemy with it as well. So There's that. Majin Buu, I'm pretty sure you can't break buildings and stuff like that with his gum ability. I think Zarbon can in Dodoria. Yeah, actually, no, I'm pretty sure Dodoria can break the walls as well. So there's that. And then Gohan, I haven't played. I think I played like 1 or 2 games of Gohan, but I'm pretty sure he can break walls as well with his Masenko ability. But yeah, I would say the wall buns, the meat buns right here, they are a pretty nice ability to have, or pretty nice divine draw to have for the game. I will just leave it at A. Okay, and then now we get on to the next one. We got the clouds. How impactful are the clouds really? The clouds are pretty slept on because dude, I sometimes use a cloud to like just hide. Like when I'm playing the technical role, like just sometimes, you know, there's like clouds that form around like the gods of destructions and like some other parts of the map. And they're actually pretty good for hiding and like sneaking around, going for like the towers and stuff like that. But like I don't think they're like too like impactful. Like I feel like there's just most of the time I feel like they're just there. Like, you know, sometimes you can make use out of them, sometimes not at all. I would just leave it at C tier, I would say. Oh, hold on. Before we actually continue, I'm gonna actually make one more row right here. Bad. Alright, but yeah, what is that? I'll leave the clouds at C tier. Because, you know, they're not, like, necessarily, like, good or bad, I would say. Like, you can make some use out of them. Like, especially for the technical rows, like, if you're playing, like Krillin, Frieza, just any, I guess, like, row, you know, like, Gotenks, hit. You can, like, just, you know, hide in the clouds, go around the team. Sometimes they won't notice you and, like, you know, get the turrets and stuff like that and get some damage off of it. But, yeah, I'll just leave it at C. There's just, you know, I guess, like, the bushes in League of Legends, you know, just, like, added on bushes from League. But I'll just leave it at C. They're not great. They're not bad. Pretty mid. You can make some use out of them sometimes. Sometimes not at all, you know. Alright, and then we move on to the Sparkly Stardust ability. This is... Would I say they're kind of slept on? I feel like not a lot of people take, like, advantage of the Stardust. I'll leave it, yeah, B, dude. So far we got everything on the same or on a different tier list, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it at B tier for the Sparkly Stardust. So what the Sparkly Stardust does is that every time Zeno like bops a turret, a star comes out of the turrets, and every time you pick up a star, it massively reduces your cooldowns on your abilities. Besides your ultimate, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, what is it? This is pretty good, especially when attacking turrets. Because, you know, like, every time you attack a turret with a Gekishin Burst, what is it? You're on a cooldown for your abilities. But, you know, every time you pick up a star, it massively reduces your abilities and stuff like that. So you can keep hitting the turrets and stuff like that. So what I've noticed is that, like, games end not pretty much faster, but, like, somewhat faster, I would say. Like, just, like, you know, I guess, like, on average, kind of faster. Like, it's also pretty good to use when you're, when you're defending as well, because, like, it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter if the God of Destruction is taking damage or not. Like, the Stardust always spawns in every time, you know, Zeno's just attacking the turrets. Even though Zeno doesn't do any damage to the turrets, the Stardust always, like spawns in, like, over time. So, like, when you're defending the turret as well, like, you can keep spamming your abilities, you know, keeping the enemies off of the turrets and, like, potentially, like, getting some kills and stuff like that. But, yeah, I would probably just leave it at B tier. It's pretty nice to have, I would say. I would say it's pretty nice to have. Yeah, I feel pretty nice about B tier for that. But then we get into this ability. Dude, this ability, it's straight up bad. Dude, I have never noticed this Divine Draw ever in a game. Every time I get this Divine Draw, I never notice it in a match. So what this Divine Draw does is that every time, every time something... I'm pretty sure anytime something dies, they leave, like, an explosion behind. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. I'm not quite, like, too much on the details of this Divine Draw because I've, like, I'm pretty sure I just never noticed, like, this, like, Divine Draw in game. This does like almost nothing, I'm pretty sure. There was never a moment where I'm like, oh dude, I got killed by the explosion of the enemy. Oh my, what the heck? This is kind of like, I guess, like if you play Overwatch, like if you killed a Junkrat, his like passive, like it drops bombs. I guess this is like kind of like similar, where like if an enemy dies, they like make an explosion. As just kind of the like comparison I'm making. But like I have never noticed this ability in the game, so I think the impact on this ability is like pretty freaking bad. Like you would almost like never like notice it's like impact on the game. So there we go. I leave it at bad. But and next we get onto the bushes right here, the God of Destruction bushes. So what this ability does is that you know, it just leaves like a patch of grass like all around the God of Destructions. I think I'll just leave it on. Is it better than the clouds? Because you know it functions pretty much the same as the clouds, but it only spawns around the God of Destruction and not like around the map. But is it better than the clouds? Dude, they're very similar because like the thing is that like I've noticed some technical roles, like they would sometimes, you know, just I guess like, you know, sneakily go to the tower, get a couple like cheap shots, because like on the minimap at the top left, like the minimap, it doesn't show an enemy is on your turret when they're hiding in the bush until they finish the animation of the Gekishin burst, I'm pretty sure. Like once they finish the animation of the Gekishin burst, that's when they like show up on the minimap for like a split second. And you know, some people don't notice that, which is understandable because you know, there's like a lot of stuff happening in the game most of the time. So it's like, is it better? I would probably say it's better. Like just a little bit better. Because the thing about the clouds is that I'm pretty sure the clouds also form around the turret. Around the, what is it? The tier 2 turrets. Like once you kill the first God of Destruction turret, there's a lot of clouds that form around the second God of Destruction turret. But the thing about the clouds around the God of Destruction turret is that they're not like in the God of Destruction, I would say, compared to the bushes, because like the bushes, like it covers all of the God of Destructions, like the like circle radius, whatever. So you can just hide in like, you know, the bushes and get a couple cheap shots, I would say. But yeah, I guess because of that, you are able to kind of get more damage out of the God of Destructions, like because of the bushes, I would say. Because of the bushes, like you would get a couple more like cheap shots, I would say. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. About the bushes being a little bit better compared to like the clouds. Oh, but dude, I do remember there was like I think 2 times where like I was getting chased by the enemy, and like I was just hiding in the clouds, and then like I pressed my recall button, and then I got away. So ooh, nah, it's okay, it's fine. We'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that. All right, and then we get onto the everyone's favorite, the Cell Junior game, dude. The Cell Junior, dude. I feel like half of my games are Cell Juniors nowadays. Like ever since I got to A rank, dude. I feel like every single game has been a Cell Junior. I swear these are so much more common. But isn't more impactful than Superstart? I feel like it is. I feel like it's the most impactful in the game, the Cell Juniors, but in a bad way. In an unfair advantage way, you know? Because, like, the thing about Cell Juniors, you know, like, I guess I give, like, the little rundown. Like, you know, Cell Juniors, they randomly spawn on, like, on the map. Well, they don't really randomly spawn, like, anywhere on the map. They just spawn on the, either, like, the top lane or the bottom lane. They don't really spawn in, like, the middle of the map. And, like, they kind of spawn, like, on the, I guess, in between the tier 1 turrets. Like, they don't spawn, like, near your base, or they don't spawn near the enemy's base. So they don't spawn randomly, but they spawn at like random times, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's like a like time interval. I don't know if they spawn like every 2 minutes, like every minute or so. I think the time is just random, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to keep it like this. I think Cell Juniors are the most impactful Divine Draw in the game, I think. Now that I think about it. But in a bad way. in a bad and unfair way. Because once you kill a Cell Junior, you get a massive amount of XP. Usually, you get a whole level above. Because you know how, like, I guess most of the time in games you would go for the Kais, because the Kais give it's like they should give about like 75% of XP when you're like level 3 or 4. But like if you kill a Cell Junior when you're level 3 or 4, you like jump up to like level 5 immediately. And if you keep stealing like Cell Juniors, like if you keep like, cause like say if an enemy, like if the Cell Junior spawns like nearby an enemy, and like an Android 16 or like a Nappa is up, I personally would go for the Cell Junior first, because just having a huge level advantage is way better than at the start. Because like yeah, going for the Nappa and like Android 16 is probably better in the long term. But if the enemy keeps getting like Cell Juniors and stuff like that, they're just gonna like curb stomp you and just end the game just off that. And like levels are like, dude, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the whole game changes based around the Cell Juniors. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like most of the time the game is mainly focused around like getting the objectives, you know, and doing damage on the turrets, getting the Android 16 buffs, getting the Nappa buffs, getting the Riburan buffs. But when you get a Cell Junior Divine Draw, literally like the early game and the mid game is solely based off of the Cell Juniors. Like bro, the whole game just revolves around the Cell Juniors for basically most of the time. And like I feel like some people just don't understand that. Like I've had some teammates like, bro, we have a Cell Junior like next to our turret, that we're still fighting them for some reason, like on their side. And like when that happens, I just kind of like leave my teammates, and like I just got the Cell Junior to myself. I'm like, hey, if you don't want to get the Cell Junior, I'll get it for myself. And like the Cell Juniors, they don't have much HP. They just have like the same HP as the Kai, I think. Maybe like a little bit less HP compared to the Kais. But yeah, they're also like much more like reliant to focus on compared to like Nappa and Android 16. Because you know, Android 16 and Nappa, they have way more HP, and just killing the Cell Juniors is way faster and stuff like that. So it's more reliant to, you know, stack up on more Cell Juniors than like focus on a Nappa or like an Android 16. Well, I mean, it's kind of different because like, dude, Frieza, Frieza is probably like the #1 like boss killer in the game, dude. He just shreds like Nappa. Well, he doesn't really shred Nappa at first because Nappa, you know, he like generates the Cyberman, and they like kind of slow down their progress. They're like, dude, what is it? Frieza, he just shreds Android 16. So like I guess like, you know, when you got a Cell Junior game and you got a Frieza that like likes to focus, you know, like the boss and stuff like that, that's kind of different. But for the main part, once you do get the Cell Junior Divine Draw, you just gotta like revolve your whole play style and like the objectives around the Cell Juniors. Just having one Cell Junior compared to like the enemy that has no Cell Junior is just a major advantage. But now we get onto the unfair part, which I did talk about earlier, is that the Cell Juniors, they spawn randomly. They could sometimes spawn 2 times up at the top lane. They could sometimes spawn 2 times at the bottom lane. I think there's always, like, whenever the Cell Juniors spawn in, I think only 2 can spawn at most. I've never seen 3 Cell Juniors, so I'm pretty sure only only 2 Cell Juniors can like spawn in at the same time. But they're randomly spawned in, so I guess, dude, I should not put bro, because like, bro, for my World Tournament team, I was like, dude, his attack stack's so low. He's not on the full like 220% leader skill, because like his easy A, dude, he just gets so much ki, but like we're not doing like too much damage, so I might remove him. But anyways, you know, the Cell Juniors, like, there could be 2 that spawn in at the top lane, and then there could be 0 that spawn in at the bottom lane. And then, like, there could be, like, 1 that spawns in at the top lane, 1 that spawns in on the bottom lane, 2 that can spawn in on the bottom lane, and then, like, 0 that can spawn in at the top lane. So, it's, like, it's random. You never know when they're gonna spawn as well. And, like, I've had this happen sometimes as well, where, like, what is it? Me and my teammate, like at the bottom lane, I guess we would lose a team fight. Like we would like both die, and then we would also both lose a Kai, and then just like the cherry on top, the Cell Juniors spawn in on the enemy side. I'm like, dude, when that thing happened, I was like, bro, we might as well just give up at that point. Like, bro, we died, we lost a team fight, we lost a Kai, and guess what? A Cell Junior just spawned in when we died. And guess what? It spawned in on their side as well. Dude, that happened, I think, like 4 times at least. Dude, I was like, bro, we just gotta surrender after that point. But yeah, that's my rant right there. That's my tier list right there. I think Cell Juniors are probably the most impactful Divine Draw compared to all of the other Divine Draws. Superstar, is probably one of my favorite, you know, Divine Draws because of how it's just a fun ability to have, like just a maxed out ability at the very start. It's very fun. Yeah, I would say I'm pretty good with this list. So we got Cell Junior at the best, Superstar S, Skill 1 at S. Skill 1 you could probably bump it down to like A at most, I think, but I probably feel confident at S. Meat Buns, I'm gonna leave it at A. I feel nice about it as well. Meat Buns, I could see you getting it up at S, but no way you can get it at B, I'm pretty sure. Like, Meat Buns are just pretty impactful. And then for Sparkly Stardust, yeah, I think I'll leave it at B as well. Seems nice. And then like the bushes and the clouds, they are very similar in how they work. But, you know, I would say the bushes are a little bit better. So I'll give it, you know, both of them a C, but the bushes are higher. And then, yeah, we got this one. Alright. Ooh, okay. Alright, I'm done, yeah. Yeah, that is my tier list for Divine Draws right there. I would say I'm pretty confident with this list. I guess next tier list I will make is the characters, even though like I haven't played like, you know, these 6 characters right here. But I'll still make a tier list with them because, you know, I still like played with them and against them, so I know how they work. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys watched this video, let me know if you guys agree or disagree with anything on this tier list. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and bye.